Okay, I've already pulled this off the mounting. Back of them look like that. But there's two long screws here that you unscrew, and you can pry it apart. It's got a little cloth gasket in it. But it pops right apart after you take those two screws out. Then I take a Dremel tool with a cutting, grinding bit, and I use the reinforced kinds because they light, and I'm not going to turn it on. It makes a lot of noise, but you can see I ground the heads off, and I'm going to paint that black when I'm done, so it's not a real big deal. This piece of cardboard is missing on this speaker, but this happens to be this magnet. I've got those ground off, and then if you just take a screwdriver, you can work your way around, and it just pops off of there like that. I can't get these reconed. They don't make cones for them. So anyway, that's how you get the magnet off. And what I do is I get another speaker mounted inside here, and we'll go through how I do that. Okay, I'm redoing the back speaker right now. I took these little wires that were attached to the old cone. I took the old cone out of there, and it's got an internal magnet, so when it sets, it's not like an American one that has the magnet on the back, and you can't get a cone for it. I tried to get it reconed. So my answer to that is I'm going to take this speaker right here, and it's a GM35, and I'm going to stick it in there, but before I do, I'm going to mix a little bit of JB Weld, and you mix the two halves together, and then I'm going to put it in there to hold the speaker in, and then I'm going to solder these leads back over here. Okay, I went ahead and glued that together. You can see it fits in there nicely. If you look at it from the top, you can't really tell the difference. But in the car, actually, there's going to be a grill on top of it, and it mounts into this piece. And the grill goes on top of it like such. But anyway, once that gets in the car, you'll never be able to see that. And unfortunately, my back sticker's a little messed up. But what you will see through the opening is this actually, there's a cover that goes across the back, and this screws up in it, at least on a Cloud 3. The Cloud 2s don't have this. It's just a big plate. It's formed like this. Which this makes it nicer because you can take the speaker in and out without having to take the whole plate off. Going to talk a little bit about the front speaker. It's it's got a nice Smith's Radiomobile. These you can actually, if you get too carried away, they have the cones for these, and as long as your coil is good, they can fix these up better than they were when they were produced. So this is a rebuilt original speaker here, and it's fastened there. It's got a washer, and I put 3 of them in, but it's not a pan head, it's a thinner head screw, and that fits in there, and that fits up underneath the dash, and we'll cover that in a later video. You can see there is a mesh screen inside here that goes on first before you put that together, so that's about ready to go back on the... Okay, I hope you're going to be able to see this, but this is a Cloud 2, and I have hid these Infinity speakers up under the dash. You can see one, you can see the other up there. This did not come with a radio, but where I've got the air conditioning vents mounted out here in the controls, basically this is where, if I can do this, this is tough. This is where the radio and the rheostat to adjust front to back are mounted, but in this car it did not come with a radio. You'll notice under here I mounted a radio because I firmly believe in Bluetooth while I'm driving, so I put a full Bluetooth in here. I tried to put it in a walnut cabinet that matched, and I do have a little secret put on the front. Okay, let's just call that my secret coach work, but Basically, there is the, oh God, this is going to be wobbly all over, but anyway, and this tray comes out, and you can't even see it unless you get down underneath, but I made it to look like a Coach Builder box or something. So anyway, I don't know what the judges will think, but I absolutely need Bluetooth in the States that it's illegal to be on your phone driving, so there you go. Okay, this was a standard steel body, Rolls-Royce 1961. It was bought as a taxi. It did not come with either the radio, it did not come with air conditioning, so some people will look at my dash and say, you know, that's non-standard, but I had to have air conditioning, I had to have a radio, so I don't know what that's considered in the Rolls-Royce Club judging categories, but there you go.